I really do genuinely love the fact that as a woman I'm allowed to work. That's awesome. Love it. However, when we fought for that right, did we take into account being sleepy? Because I don't want.
Welcome to The Wall. In today's video, we'll dive into the story of a woman whose best friend asked if they could have an open relationship with her husband. You know, women trying to steal their friend's man. We'll also take a look at the 2024 dating scene, where modern women are struggling to find a man. Your support means a lot to us. Give us a like and subscribe to the channel. We're aiming for 150,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Share your experiences and advice in the comments. That's what helps this community grow. Turn on notifications so you don't miss a single video. Now, let's get started.
Let's do some girl time here because I have a serious question. How are my girls dating in 2024? Because I am not newly single. It's been almost a year and it's been great. But here are my dilemmas, okay? I don't feel like I leave the house enough for me to just bump into someone at a bar or a club or anything. Like we don't do that anymore in our 30s. And then I also am like social, but I have to come home and recharge my battery. And I work so much that I'm not out like all the time. No guy is gonna hit on me at the gym because that's like a no-no, right? And then also I swore I would never do a dating app. I hate dating apps, but I decided I might have to do a dating app because I don't go out enough to not have a dating app. So I tried the dating app and it was terrible. Like I told myself I'd give it 1 month and it was just garbage. So I'm just wondering, like, how are you guys meeting men out here? How are you guys dating out here? How are you finding your husbands out here? Is it through friends? Because my friends are not coming through.
Women today are facing major challenges in dating. First off, dating apps can't meet the demand from women looking for winners, which ends up discouraging them from using these platforms. Even the well-known app Bumble is on the verge of bankruptcy. The concept of women sending the first message didn't work out, so men have stopped approaching women. Part of the blame lies with feminists who ruined the dating scene for everyone. Women who insulted men for making an approach have made it hard for those who genuinely want relationships to find someone. Then there are the so-called standards. To be honest, not all women have high standards, but most have extremely unrealistic ones. Standards that they wouldn't even meet if they were men. If things are bad now, they'll only get worse after the upcoming elections, with more radical movements like the 4B movement, where women are saying no to heterosexual marriage, no to pregnancy, no to heterosexual relationships, and no to dating men. With a landscape like this, how can they expect to find a partner?
I did not expect for all of you guys to agree with me in my recent video about how hard it is to date. I was actually hoping for some advice, but all of us, apparently all of us are on the same boat and there's just no men out here to date. And that just like leads me to the question of why. I know I'm picky as hell. Like every one of my friends say how picky I am and how it's just like, it's going to get me nowhere. And I get it, but I also know what I bring to the table. So I'm just like, you got to be picky because I don't want to settle. And it's been this long. Why would I settle? But what is it about these men out here that's causing all of us in the comment section to realize that we're all single? Doesn't that seem a little strange to everybody that there was so many people that were commenting that they were just single too and they have been for many years, and it shouldn't be this hard, right? Like, where are the good men? Also, the people in the comment section, men, that are giving us advice on why we're single because, and then it like leads into something really rude and just like judgmental. Um, you're the people we don't want to date.
Truth hurts, and most men who respond without telling her what she wants to hear are the ones that sting the most. Here's the thing. I'll tell you what your problem is. You're too demanding. You're likely the typical modern woman looking for the 666 of the apocalypse, 6 feet tall, a six-figure income, and a six-pack abs. The 666 from hell, brothers. The problem is, it's easier for you to miss the boat than to find a man like that because they're a minority. Even the Chads out there aren't enough to go around, and even they are overwhelmed these days. So, why not switch up the strategy? Why not take the first step, approach a man, invite him out. Aren't you supposed to be strong and empowered? I bet this approach would work better for you than waiting for a man to fall from the sky. Let's keep going.
Am I the asshole for rejecting my friend's request to have an open relationship with my husband? I, 30 female, have been married to my husband, 32 male, for 5 years. We have 2 beautiful kids. 5 male. What's that math? I'm like, how long have they been married? I'm like, wait, how old are these kids? Okay, I got it now. We have 2 beautiful kids, 5 male and 6 female, and have a very strong relationship and are happy together. Recently, my friend, Lisa, 29 female, confided in me that she has developed feelings for my husband.
This is juicy.
She said that she finds him attractive and admires our relationship, and she asked if we would consider having an open relationship so she could be with him too. I was shocked and told her no, explaining that my husband and I are committed to each other and that we are not interested in an open relationship. Lisa got upset and accused me of being selfish
Wait, what?
and close-minded.
Wait, what? What the fuck is going on? Are we taking crazy pills right now?
She argued that modern relationships should be flexible, that I was denying her happiness. Since then, Lisa has been distant and has been spreading rumors in our friend group, suggesting that I am overly possessive and controlling. This has caused a lot of tension, and some of our mutual friends are now taking sides. My husband is supportive of my decision, but I feel guilty for the drama it has caused. So, am I the asshole for rejecting my friend's request to have an open relationship with my husband?
How selfish this woman is. That man was about to live the dream of his life. Jokes aside, see what I was saying? That solidarity between women doesn't exist. I've always said it. Women don't have friends. They have competition. For married women with single friends in their 30s, let me tell you, be careful because they're your first enemies. This woman's friend sees that her time is running out. In other words, she's hit the wall. And as we all know, the wall doesn't forgive. She looks at her friend's husband, a hardworking man with 2 healthy kids, giving his wife the good life. Of course, that fills her with envy. Women want their friends to do well, but not better than they are. The worst enemy of a woman is another woman, and she's even being polite about it, because many would simply start hitting on the husband, taking advantage of the trust from this beautiful friendship. They'll try to catch his eye, tell lies about his wife, and try to convince him otherwise. But let's keep going.
We do have an update. After reading some of your comments, I decided to bring the group out for coffee and told them all about what Lisa said and the real story. I also showed them the Reddit post. After showing them, there were 2 girls that were still on Lisa's side. So I took some advice from the comments and said, quote, let Lisa f*** your husband, then you can be on her side. After that, everyone was on my side, thankfully.
Also, don't be friends with those girls anymore.
No, still.
Let's not.
You have the post, you have what Lisa said, and you're still going to be like, yeah, that's fine. Lisa should be able to f*** your husband.
Yeah.
That's fine. Lisa wasn't happy at all, and she started ranting about how it, quote, wasn't fair. She, quote, just wanted to experiment something new, and it wasn't even that bad of a request. You're making it such a big deal, which I didn't get. Me and the rest of the group have officially cut contact with Lisa, just hoping she doesn't try to reach out. We'll update if something happens. Also, just clarifying that Lisa also asked my husband for an open marriage. He also rejected it, saying that, quote, even if I was, I would never want to go out with you.
Here, I want you to notice that most women are open-minded when it comes to other people's relationships, but as soon as it's suggested they do the same with their own husbands, they immediately change their minds. That's because women are even more territorial than men, especially when they have a good man, and they know it. What we're seeing here happens every day. Women looking good in a group of friends, with the single one doing one of 2 things, either poisoning her friend against her husband or trying to steal her man. Some women's first move is to turn their friend against her husband. That's why I always tell men to pay attention to who their woman hangs out with. If everything starts becoming a problem, it's possible her friend is setting her against you. Here's the irony. After your relationship ends, the first person to console the man is that very friend who comes in peace to talk about the issue and offers her support, only to begin taking him for herself. The second approach is what Lisa did, talking to her friend's husband to see if she could get something going. I bet Lisa, before her friend even knew, offered herself to this man as a lover, then suggested the open relationship idea to his wife. After facing rejection, because, brother, the worst enemy of a woman is another woman, I bet Lisa won't be welcome near any of her friends' husbands anymore.
I genuinely don't give a flying fuck what anyone else has to say. I will fight for my relationship until my dying breath. I will fight until there's no fucking fight left to give. And it doesn't mean I'm weak, and it doesn't mean that I've lost respect for myself. It shows that I give a lot of fucks, alright? I care about that person. It shows that I have emotion and courage, and I will fight for something if I believe in fighting for it. Too many people nowadays just give up, and I am not giving up. People think that it makes you look weak. I would rather be perceived weak, knowing that I tried everything I could in my power to save the relationship instead of thinking, what if? If you're in your 20s and you're in a relationship, you do have to remember, we are still so young. We're still so young. We're still kids, basically. We're still learning how to communicate properly. We're still learning how to actually love someone properly and in the right way and healthy way. I would rather go through hell and back. I would rather go through the worst patches of rough that you could ever think of with one person than I would starting with someone new. That is the problem with this generation. We give up so easily. Why? Why? We shouldn't. If you love someone, why aren't you fighting for him? It doesn't make you look bad. If you feel strong enough for fighting for someone, do it. Fucking do it, because they clearly mean a lot to you. Why would you let that go? If I had a dream career, I wouldn't give up when shit gets fucking hard. I would put in more effort to make sure I reach that end goal, which is the same as a relationship. Can you just imagine that feeling after all the hardships that you've been through throughout the years? You have your home together, you have children, and you can sit there and quite literally say, we made it. We fucking made it. That's what I want. That's what I want. I love so hard. And I love my boyfriend dearly. So much. So fucking much. And I would fight until my dying breath to make sure that we can save our relationship. If you wholeheartedly believe that that is your person, that is your soulmate, you will fight for him. The love is strong enough on both ends. You will both fight for it.
Nice speech. Yes, that's exactly how you should fight for your man, as it should be. But one piece of advice for you. Take out that nose ring. It looks terrible. No man likes that thing. It's something radical feminists came up with, a red flag for men. When they see that on a woman, they don't want to approach because they think she's part of that crowd. Your speech was beautiful. Cherish your man. Take care of him. Spoil him. Do things for him. A woman who wants princess treatment first has to qualify herself with her king. But, above all, take out that nose ring. It looks awful on you. We've reached the end of the video, but before we go, the questions are for you. What do you think of the 2024 dating scene? What do you think about this woman's story? Is she a fool for not letting her husband be with her friend? If you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. Your support means the world to us and motivates us to create more content. Stay tuned for the next exciting video from the wall.